Maayong! Ah, maayong. I was so scared. I was so afraid. I was like so worried because it wasn't working for the longest time. It wasn't working. Also, I still can't see like super chats and stuff like that. It's broken. But thank God, this stream seems stable. Hello, meeting. That's not it. That's not what I said. I didn't say mating. But yeah. We got a new game. So hold on, let me just set up the stream. Ayong, damn autocorrect. All right, activity feed is loading. Sort of. So hello. Welcome. We're starting a new game. Yes. Fine, Terry. How are you today? I'm doing all right. Evening, the Steam stream stable. Yes, it is stable. Thank whoever owns YouTube. Are you stable as well? Yes. Yeah, I guess. I think so. And hi, guys. All right. We can enjoy a new game without PLD to get in the way. Yes. So let me just set this to the side. And do. Yeah. It's a good BGM. All right, it's kind of I like the music a lot. This is one of my favorite video game soundtracks. Alright, let's start a new game. Mid Boss presents. Also, remember that. Din, din, din,
Neo
din.
San Francisco,
Oh.
2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology.
Neo San Francisco is gonna smell.
Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier
VR.
access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to Parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can
ROMs.
never come back. losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines.
Brainless machines.
Organizations like the human
The augmented eye.
the relentless pace of progress, fearing that
It's Jim
unchecked
Sterling.
technology will make us lose the very thing.
It's Jim Sterling voice.
High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Is Mission Bay real in San Fran? They're gonna keep using that motif. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Prologue. Dun 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 dun. Home sweet home. Alright, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. Sheet of paper. Let's look at it. Oh, let's talk to it. Let's talk to it. A page only holds the opinions of its author. This one's blank. Look at it. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. Let's take it. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it here on the ground. Don't you think? Alright. GX Ultra Beats headphones. Let's talk to it. The smart headphones are enjoying your voice in high definition. Let's pick it up. Oh, we got it. We got the headphones. These are the Ultra GX Ultra Beats you have to do a product review on. Oh, we're a reviewer. I completely forgot that. We're a product reviewer. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them when something's lying around with your apartment. Stack of papers. Stack of papers for your unpublished novel. Use an item. Yeah, let's do the headphones. All blank. There's nothing to read or hear. Let's talk to the stack of papers. Most people write a talk on paper. You just talk to paper. Blank paper. Pen and paper is the most tangible method, but if you're gonna be sloppy, maybe digital would be a good goal. No, your principles whine too much at the thought. Would Hemingway good full digital if he were in 2064? Probably. YMO. Is it VMO? YMO. What? Yellow Magic Orchestra? Your friend Hayden gave this to you. The group is old, but the group music is timeless. That's why he said, oh, it is the Yellow Magic Orchestra. I actually listened to that. What the heck? Careful, that's a load-bearing poster. Thank you. Thanks for the tunes. Maybe one day they'll get released on Lips Music. That's a real band. Let's listen to it. Nice. YMO begins playing in your ears. Let's clean. Let's use an item on the sink. Your ID card. Don't stick that in there. You're certainly not going to be able to reach inside that to retrieve it. Let's listen to it. You can hear the sink gurgling in high def. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact right away. Talk to sink. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles up at you. You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing each day. That's gross. Running water just might make it worse. There's no way to fix it. You can't fix the sink. Use an item on the fridge. Let's listen to the fridge. You listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. Hey now, you're getting paid to be... No one expects you to be this morally grounded. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk, which has developed an odor. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day in it. Take the milk. Nice. Talk to the fridge. You remind the fridge that you need to put up more milk when you need to go out. It jots down milk on the list. Thank you, Siri. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't believe it. Even in 2064, we still have this kind of AI. Milk. Probably best just to make a mental note instead. You've had enough vitamin R for the lifetime. What the hell is vitamin R? Bed. Use an item on the bed. Headphones. The headphones detect that you're laying down and begin to play some soothing ocean sound effects. Calm down, you're not gonna get audited on your time's headphone use quota. Talk to bed. The bed only chats back when you're sleep talking. It's not the most well-designed function. Look at bed. You're home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping away for a while. You better submit your article before you turn in, or you won't have a place to sleep for long. Nah, let's sleep! You probably shouldn't sleep before submitting your article. Alright. Coffee! Let's talk to the coffee. The coffee has cooled off on talking. It's lost the hot for you a while ago. Nice fun. Alright. Let's listen to the coffee. Careful! These are review copy. GX probably wouldn't appreciate them coming back covered in coffee. Can we put spoiled milk on the coffee? Spoiled milk and stale old coffee. Yum. ID card. No. Well, at least you feel safe behind this newly installed security door. Book. The classics can get boring pretty fast after multiple reads. It's more useful holding up the window. Listen! Sleek hums and blips. Sound secure. You give the book a pep talk. Keep that window open. Hold your position. Hold your position! Don't look, focus! Out of all the books on the shelf, you picked up this slacker? Man, there's so many things to interact with! Despite the smell, keep the window open. Better to have the gross air and no air. There's no one out there. Throw your ID card out. Don't throw your ID card outside. You want to get cyber cracked? Oh yeah. Everyone loves a vertical sliding window. Slide currently broken. Window being propped up by book. Main consequence pending. It's a plant. Careful, the poor thing is more fragile than a snowflake. Was that a reference? In San Francisco, of course. Was that a statement? Feels like a Famicom game in the 1900s. What do you mean 1900s? The Famicom was like it released in 1985. They say plants react positively to conversation, but this poor thing might be too far gone already. Genuine tearing me laugh. Just shut up. No notifications line. Use item on plants. Oh, let's listen to the plant. No, don't listen. It's not a good vibe. Super spoiled milk. Clearly, water from the sink isn't an option, but this gross spoiled milk is definitely not a nutritious alternative. All right, let's use the laptop. Headphones on the laptop. The GX Ultra Beats sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Oh man, not Oakland. My mother always told me like it's always like, what do you call it? It's always dirty in Oakland. So we never go there. Oakland. Ah, good old Lappy. It may not be the most powerful or the fastest or the best screen, but well, it works. Also, this is set in California. It's straight up in San Francisco. Talk to the Lappy. Looking pretty hot out there, Lappy. Like literally hot. Overheating as usual. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. Okay Today. Okay Today is Neo SF's most beloved morning show about all entertainment, news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. What the hell is Neo, Oklahoma? I mean, like, I get Neo SF, but like, not Neo, Oklahoma. This is the show's online newspaper called The Scanline. Okay Today is usually about feel-good news, but it does sometimes focus on serious current events as well. Okay Today. It's like Neo Arcadia. A story about the human revolution. Nice. Human revolution remains vigilant in the hashtag Stay Human protests in the upper market. What about you guys? What would you want? What would you do? Hashtag Stay Human. The human revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various genus clinics around the city, including those in East Bay and in the Pennsylvania. Detroit become human. Deus Ex. I'm more of a mankind divided kind of guy. Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming that they've been terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have been always paramount of importance to us, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The human revolution stands behind their claim that the genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. This really is a human revolution plot point, yeah. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to their new cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. Capital G, God. We were born human. Who are we to make a mess with our genes and start turning everybody into who knows what, says one protester who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2064 season. June Valmer Anna. Okay today. Who's Charlie Nova?
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll
TMI.
the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show.
Union Square.
At 10 p.m.
What's okay today? Sports article. A story about our hometown. The Neo SF 49ers. Nice. Quest for 10 is back on. Okay, I don't care too much about sports. Certain modifications of implants are banned by their league. Lopez was the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. Catch Sunday's results. I'm June Valmer Anna. Okay today. Local news article. Okay. A broken down Froyo stand. Alright. Golden Gate Park. Vandalism on the rise. December 19th. Reports show that a local foodie booth, JJ's Froyo stand, was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state that the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live in its own in the wild as a stray. Police say that tracking down a potential owner of this ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set the crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue, or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal? Or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Are ROMs like creatures? They're robots. Or perhaps there's something else to be gained. More as the story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. Journal Logic. Lips Live. Lips Inbox. Let's go to Lips Live. This is Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. Oh, it's like a mesh net. It's a Fediverse. GX Ultra Beats sync to Lappy automatically as you connect to one of those less pornographic feeds. Your best options are usually limited to video game streams, old concert recordings, and live cams of baby animals. Your choice is clear. You're so accomplished. Let's look at our inbox. Your inbox. A hell so terrifying, so specific, so personal that no other living thing should dare enter. Luckily, you're the only one with the password. Oh my god! Rent! Hold on. Rent! That automatically got my fucking attention. Spam mail. Get cheap crash. Only 99 creds for a 30-day supply. 212 stims. Hello there. I am Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma. Heiress to the digital empire of the horse fortune. I write to you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts or the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting to 41,194.1 credits. Please, if you can send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately, so I can send you 20% of my fortune. I'll only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part? There's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite, and welcome to the Queendom. Guys, you know the word Queendom is like there was an adaptation of Ruby, the RWBY, as an anime. It was like Ice Queendom, and I was like, damn, sounds kind of lewd. Queendom. What's this email? Bill. Your account is past due in the amount of 1396 credits. Failure to restore your account will result in termination of service. Power plant power. Alright. So we're having trouble paying our bills. This really is San Francisco. Ah, yes. That age-old choice between food or electricity. Thank you, San Francisco. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for WTF Sounds, formerly OMG Zounds. We're a new up-and-coming audio review feed looking for a hot talent who needs a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, we could probably throw in some creds your way. Don't they know people die of exposure? Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like that. According to this email, your rent is nearly due. Better get that article submitted soon. Hassie. Hassie. No one else. Oh no! You guys will get the joke now. I used to say that a lot. Hassie. I used to say that. I used to say that back in like the first year. I did. Well, when there was a Valhalla reference, I used to say Hassie. Did you watch the Valhalla stream? No? What do you mean I never played Valhalla? I played Valhalla, guys. You have to trust me. I played it once. A Hassie Infinity has all your daily calories with a nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. What do you mean? What do you mean the opposite of a diet version? You sound like an isekai character. They got good memories of their past life. Invitation. An invite to come see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tea from your friends at Dr. Tricia's Lay DDS. Oh no. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week. The King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Trap is a bad word, Teru. I know, this is Neo San Francisco. They shouldn't be using the word trap. The Model M. I know the Model M keyboard. Unsubscribe from newsletter. Request denied. Subscription cannot be modified. Thank you. Alright, I checked all of my inbox. Isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Yeah, that was an achievement. Let's go. Let's go write an article. Alright, time to get to work out of the way. Let's do this, boys. Selling your soul. Bit by bit. Character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of the GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Work is finally out of the way. Time for bed. Is there anything else we can check? Fridge. The mustard has adhered herself into the fridge door. Thank you, mustard. Door. It's late and nothing is really open right now. Sturdy. This door has the most advanced piece of text you have. This door is the most advanced piece of tech you have. That's very sad. You command the door to stay locked. It bleeps stoically. Oh, that's why there's like the mouth command for everything, because like, you know, it's cyberpunk. So there's a bunch of stuff on it. The landlord probably paid more for this door than anything else in the complex. Time to sleep. That's fucking scary.
Good, you're finally awake.
Hey, it's you. Hey, that was pretty scary, but hey. It do be him. Oh, them.
I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient.
Yes?
Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments?
Why are you asking me these questions? And yeah, this is a really nice voice. What? What the heck?
Oh, I hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind.
While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC.
BISAC? BISAC. My balls.
Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators. So I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
Well, what the hell are you doing with my computer? Look at his face. Look at his face. How'd you get in here?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious.
Smug face.
It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
Alright. I knew my landlord was full of it when it said it was the best.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you.
No! That's not good.
I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter.
Birthday of my first dog.
Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
You know my... What was that about my computer?
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware.
You broke my computer?
An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well.
You broke my computer.
I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
This kid, this Mesugaki, this Mesugaki needs some goddamn correction, boys. Oh, I don't have enough money for a new computer.
Don't fret.
Don't fret.
I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs.
What do you mean? What do you mean you'll be my computer? That's creepy. That's creepy, dog.
It is the least I can do.
That's nice, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden until now.
Who the hell is Hayden? Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
Okay. Slow down. Just start from the beginning.
The beginning. Okay, yes, I can do that. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked.
I like his voice.
It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine
Hayden's an
any of them would
engineer.
go as far as snatching him.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped.
Okay.
I suspect it has to do with me.
You? It's your fault. Who are you anyway? Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Ah, excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before.
Yes?
I am Turing.
Yay! It's a theme.
I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments.
Turing.
He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his.
Yeah, like the
Exploring
test.
True artificial sapience.
Exploring true artificial sapiens.
It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him. Either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
How are you different from any other ROM?
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence.
Virtual intelligence, alright.
They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner.
Okay, okay. So like chat GPT, alright, AI.
They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance.
Aww. Kid needs parents. Aww.
Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How'd you know?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't
How would
say
you?
I have
Alright.
any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we
Dude, the
are
first
just
AI and it has daddy
puppets
issues.
dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little bit too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Tangent? Alright. Why am I your best hope?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
Smug brat. How do you even read that? We'll see about that.
Don't worry, if Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden.
I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Nice, thank you. I could totally. All right, bobblehead. I'll help. I could totally afford that. Lead the way. Be nice to the little guy too. All right.
That's strange.
Cute.
Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired.
Ah.
I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Suspicious. Perhaps a maintenance robot took care of it?
Possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems.
Even a door? Alright.
At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break. It seems my access codes still work.
Nice.
This door has far better security than yours does.
Just be careful.
Will do.
Will do. This looks like a fine apartment, Turing. Are you sure he was actually kidnapped, Turing?
I do not make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason.
He's a little mad. He's a little mad.
Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals.
Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Thank you. Thank you, Turing. Comforting, Turing. Why don't you?
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social contract, as a useful construct, is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage. Glad we're clear on that one. Thank you.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
You did the right thing by escaping. Don't worry, kiddo.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
Oh, good night, Nina. Let's look at the plant. This plant is doing much better than the one at home. Spoiled milk. Water. Plants need water. ID card. Comparing a nice ID picture for a nice photograph, not good for your self-esteem. Music? It's bad manners to listen in on other people's plants. Pictures of Hayden traveling all over the world. Working at a company like Parallax ensures you'll be more than well off. Alright. The sentiment is understood, but you probably won't forget what Hayden looks like anytime soon. There's nothing wrong in this apartment. What are you talking about, Turing?
Hayden likes the natural light that this apartment affords. This window here is where I escaped from. But it is a considerable distance to the ground below.
Are you sturdy enough?
Critical system damage would be unlikely, but I would certainly have damaged my legs beyond repair, so...
The rain is alright.
I took the fire escape.
Oh! Of course you did. Spoiled milk. Wanna send it plummeting down to unsuspected... Oh. It's stuck to the inside of your pocket. Tragic. Seriously, you can't get rid of your ID. It's a long way down. Be careful on the balcony. Game consoles. Let's play some game. We gain the strength of the temptation we resist. So you'll probably become a rad video game wizard now. That would be one funky controller. A few vintage video game consoles. Hayden was always a fan of old tech. There's a Mega 16, a Dural, and even a Family Link. Nice. The television is through some of Hayden's feeds. Tech banter, Ted's code tips, augmented eye. There are no buttons on the screen, and no need to watch TV right now. Ted's code tips. No, it's Ted's code tips.
That's Hayden's computer.
That's Hayden's computer.
Most people just use a hand screen or goggles in conjunction with their ROM. But desktop rigs like this are still more suitable to the intensive programming tasks Hayden needs to perform.
I see. A hand screen or goggles. Alright. A Vision Pro. Do you know how to get in? There might be clues.
Unfortunately, no, I don't. And before you ask, I don't think I would be able to break past its security in any reasonable length of time.
Why not? You hacked my door easily enough.
Your door used a much simpler set of algorithms with a much weaker processor.
My door has a processor?
I actually have a bit less free processing power than a regular ROM, despite my powerful CPU. Much of those extra clock cycles are used to maintain my complex personality algorithms.
Man, this brat.
Hayden's computer has enough spare processing power to run counter-intrusion software, if I attempt to slice in. Frankly, even if I did have the power capability, I haven't found hacking to be one of my talents.
Can't you just download the knowledge from the meshnet?
I could, but much in the same way you might learn a task and still have no aptitude for it, I'm not certain I would be able to do the job any better than an experienced computer security expert. The whole reason humans have always been better at breaking into systems than the systems are at keeping them out is because humans have intuition. While computers can only think in straight lines, humans can think sideways and upside down. I lack that ability.
Aww. Are you incapable of that kind of creative leap?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but as silly as it sounds, I just don't think I'm very good with computers.
What? Alright. That's a cute quirk.
I do seem to have some skill with painting, though.
Of course an AI is good at painting. Yeah, alright.
Hayden was impressed with some of my pieces, but I'm not sure he has a firm enough grasp of early 20th century abstract expressionism to give me an objective opinion.
Obnoxious brat. Abstract art doesn't seem like something a robot would be good at.
That's true. Machines are best at reproduction. Still life, impressionism, photorealism. But I find it more challenging and satisfying to paint what I feel.
Let's get back to searching. A ROM component and Hayden's headset. Busted. He must have dropped it in the skirmish. Although the milk surely has a magnetic energy within it, it's unlikely it would charge the battery. Let's take the memory card. Looks like an old high-density memory card. Stack of books?
Oh, I think I see something under those reference books.
Nice. Eh? It's a tablet.
Ah, that device.
Is he jealous?
I find it rather annoying that he prefers to go basic rather than entrust me with his schedule. It is well within my skill set, but he claims he does not want me to begin to feel subservient to him. The memory card slot is empty. It seems to be a match for the memory card you discovered.
Alright. Your first puzzle. Right, thank you.
Aiden must have removed the memory card in order to prevent his assailants from easily tracing his connections. If only he had kept his information stored with me, he would not have had to resort to such crude measures.
The tablet's calendar says he was supposed to meet with someone named Tomcat today. Ring any digital bells?
Not really. I guess we'll have to go ask.
Alright.
Says here they were going to meet at a club called Stardust, located in the Castro district.
Castro. Guys, even I know what Castro is. It's the LGBT district. I've been there before. I visited it before. Yeah.
I'll mark it on your city map. We can head over there and ask around about this Tomcat character. Perhaps they can shine some light on why Hayden was snatched. Oh, excuse me. I still haven't set up a user account for you in my system.
Alright.
We shouldn't put that off any longer. Once finished, I will have an assortment of new ways to assist you. For example, I'll be able to reroute any call or message that you receive while we're out and about.
Ew.
I just need to ask you a few questions. This is an exciting thing, I promise.
Alright. Cool, bring it on. Don't you know? Cool, bring it on.
Welcome to the first-time user setup for your new relationship and organizational manager, running the latest build of Parallax's live intelligence processing system.
That's so cute. What a face. Live intelligence processing system.
I'll need to ask you a few questions, and then you can get right to managing your life with your new ROM. If you have any questions, feel free to consult our online FAQ and setup guide, or contact our support department directly. First, could you tell me your preferred name for use in account creation, online communications, and conversational speech?
Okay. Cut the crab train. We need to go.
Thank you. I have input your name as Cut the Crap Turing. We need to go.
Thank you, Turing. Okay, I'll enter my name. Terumi.
Do you wish to keep this name?
Yes.
Thank you. I have input your name.
As Terumi.
Next, could you tell me which pronouns I should use for you in referential and conversational speech?
More options. Previous options. Custom pronouns.
Please enter your pronouns. pronoun you tried to enter appears to be blank. Please try again.
We'll just go with she then. Her. Oh man, there's so much. What the hell? How many pronouns are there?
Should it be is or are? Here's how your pronouns look in action.
Cherry went to the park. I went with her. She brought her Hassie. At least I think the Hassie was hers. She's a good friend.
Does that look right?
What are all the options again? Guys. There used to be an option. I think they removed it. But there used to be an option where like if Turing asks for your pronouns, you can just say shut up, Turing.
Thank you. I have input. Finally, could you tell me your preferred diet for use in restaurant recommendations?
Halal. Gluten-free. God damn it, Turing.
Diet set as goddammit Turing. Are you sure?
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank you for confirming. I have obtained your physical location from GPS and will load local data into my memory as it becomes available. Please review your submitted profile information for accuracy, or restart setup to enter it again. In review.
Your name is Terry. Your pronouns are she, her. Your diet is goddamn it,
Does that sound
Turing.
right?
Correct.
Thank you. See, that was relatively painless.
I should work with this. Too funny. See, that was relatively
You should
painful.
now also be able to access the local map of Neo SF. The
Nice.
meeting with Tomcat isn't until later this evening. Perhaps we should head back to your apartment for now.
I want to look around a bit more.
Oh, all right. When you are ready to leave, just use your map.
Ooh. Yeah, I think they removed it, but it was funny. You could just say "shut up, Turing" to every single dialogue choice. Look at ID. A small piece of plastic ID card with your name, picture, and stats. It's spoiled milk, a good bit past due date. Look at headphones. Top of the line and budget headwear. Play music. Oh. You can actually use it. Alright. This game does not autosave, so be sure to save frequently.
You know your Crassula ovata isn't doing very well.
What the hell is a Crassula ovata?
Have you been overwatering it?
Oh, that's my plant. Sometimes things just rattle out of you and I don't have no idea how to respond to it. My what?
This jade plant you have on the windowsill here. It's actually a succulent, and since I'm assuming you leave this window open all the time, it should get more than enough water just from the occasional rain blowing in.
I see. I thought we were ovulating or something.
Speaking of the rain, your decorative plant may be doing poorly, but the mildew in your drywall is flourishing.
Nice, thank you. Thank you, Turing. Beautiful. The plant's named Wilty. I got it from a friend a couple months ago.
How thoughtful of them. The Crassula ovata, also known as the jade plant, money tree, lucky tree, or friendship tree, is an excellent and easy to care for houseplant. They make beautiful bonsai, are suitable for beginners, and have some cultural significance both in the Far East and America as a token for good financial luck.
Nice.
Most likely an urban legend, but still a nice gift.
Thanks. Okay, so what do you want me to do about the plant?
I'd like your authorization to have a few tools shipped here. If I replant it into a more suitable pot with sandier soil, it should be thriving again soon. You just have to remember to water it less frequently. Considering the state of your apartment, I'd have figured you'd neglect it rather than drown it. Ironic, since it would be doing better if you had.
Sure, Turing. Whatever you want.
Excellent. The supplies should be here soon. I ordered from a place close by to keep the shipping costs down. Oh, one other thing.
Tell me.
When I was doing the research on how to best take care of the Crassula ovata, I stumbled upon the persistent belief that talking to plants improves their health.
Belief. Are we gonna call that out? Are we gonna call that out?
There is scientific evidence that shows there may be something to the notion, but the methodology in the studies was a bit shaky, so it could all be rank superstition.
He starts to become annoying. Yeah. Time to give a landlord another.
I have, in fact, already taken the liberty of sending a request to his office. And considering the broken window, broken sink, and the lingering sense of disrepair, I am not confident he has a history of following through. I would suggest confronting him in person, but I have run a mesh search, and the man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
What the fuck? That's our landlord? A man is a convicted felon for assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Perhaps we should bring some sort of a bribe?
Bye, UB.
I will continue to formulate a stratagem.
Stratagem?
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing in no time. If left in direct sunlight, the leaves gain a pretty red tinge to their edges, and it should start flowering in the autumn. It'll really pull the whole room together. You know, once we get the sink fixed. Oh, it's almost the time Hayden had scheduled to meet with Tomcat.
Oh, nice.
We should make our way to Stardust soon. Your city map is updated with the location.
Touch Turing. Use an item on Turing. Your ID card.
I know your name.
Nice. Do you want some spoiled milk?
Yuck! I don't have taste buds, and this makes me glad I don't.
Nice. Can I listen to you?
If you examine those headphones on the items menu of your Lips Type M mobile device, you will be able to play any kind of music you like.
Any kind of music I like? Can I listen to the Atelier Ryza theme song? I can't. Touch Turing.
Aw, thanks for the hug.
Can I hug again?
Wow, you really like giving hugs. Good thing I do too. You can explore my functions later. We can hug some more later too, if that's what you want to do.
That's cute. That's cute. We can hug some more later. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. All right. All right. It's Turing, your borrowed companion ROM / investigation buddy.
Hi.
Hi.
Anyway, I'll have this plant flourishing. It'll really pull the whole room. You know, once.
It's useless after whatever Turing did to it. Is it theft if the thing follows you willingly? I don't know. Stardust Club, let's go.
Well, this looks like the place. Assuming the flashing neon signs are telling the truth. From the sounds of the music, things are already underway at Stardust, even so early. Hopefully we can find Tomcat inside. And some answers.
Is this the bouncer? Can we just go in? Parked car. Let's talk to the parked car. You tell the car to stay parked. It doesn't recognize your voice, so it doesn't respond. Different means, same outcome. Still a victory to you. The car scans your ID. You're not gonna get behind the wheel. You approach the car with the intent to pour your spilled milk on the windshield, but the coup's wipers are already alerted, daring you to try. It's around Christmas, yeah. Also, yeah, apparently the show isn't too good. It's meandering. Because it's like 50 minutes. Like, what the hell are you gonna do? The first episode is 50 minutes? And that's boring. The gameplay is like all alchemy. A 2062 ZIS CR4 coupe. Perfect for letting everyone know you spent a fortune of credits on the car. It sounds annoying. You push the car. You shake the car. Don't try to start. The World Series was months ago. Stupid rich people. Either the plant doesn't hear you or is choosing to ignore your attempts to talk to it. You tap on the glass. The plant doesn't seem to notice. Some plants have been shown to respond to vibration. This doesn't seem to be one of them. You leave a smudge. You leave a smudge on the glass. Some poor maintenance ROM is gonna have to clean that. These planters are completely self-contained. Bacteria live in the base. They take in oxygen and release CO2 while keeping the soil rich by breaking down decaying material shed by the plant. Let's talk.
I'm surprised they're using a human bouncer instead of a ROM. That's a nice, authentic touch.
Nice, authentic touch. Let's go in. These partying silhouettes are just painted on the windows. What do you mean?
Hold up there. Got ID?
That voice. Hug bouncer. You try to hug the bouncer, but he pushes you back with a cold glare.
Welcome to Stardust. That's disgusting.
Alright.
Alright, looks good to me. Welcome to Stardust.
Welcome to Stardust.
This is the place. Have you ever been here before?
Who could stand this music?
The driving bass has some interesting mathematical interactions with the chorus, and the tempo is certainly geared towards exciting the human circulatory system. I could learn to like it, but I agree, the volume is stressing my audio receptors.
Nice.
Anyway, where do you think we should start?
We should start with the bartender.
idea. Maybe the bartender can tell us where to find Tomcat.
Zazen poster. What is Zazen? This is a free song preview. Posters like this charge your Lips Pay account automatically if you listen past 30 seconds. Totally not crooked. It's not worth using the energy to bend over to scan the poster of a band like Zazen. Scrap Brain. A new single by Zazen, sponsored by Arena Box. Pour Milk. You may not like the band, but there's no reason to ruin their cool new poster. Don't touch it with your ID, they'll charge you for the song. Poster with the face on it. New drive in the Fillmore district. I don't think I know that district. You cover the face with your hand, but when you pull away, it's still there. Thank you, child. Comparing your face to the picture on the poster, hey, you actually win this one. A flyer for Zone 3, a new arcade that opens on Christmas.
I've saved the location to my memory. Let's check it out after the investigation.
Nice. Now you have somewhere to be after adventuring. Oh, come down to Japantown and experience all your favorite retro classics. Yeah, Japantown is all like an actual place in San Francisco. Touch bartender. Reaching over the bar like that comes off as pretty threatening. A gruff-looking man holds down the bar. He seems friendly enough given his size.
No outside drinks, and that just barely counts as one.
Nice.
You look great in this picture. What happened? Just kidding.
Alright, thank you.
Morning, friend. What can I do for you?
Wondering if I could ask a few questions.
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
7 minutes, clumsy Belarusian, gut punch, fucking, I don't know, Mo Sugar Rush, Dougies and Cream, Maple You Closer, Rester Delays, Sazerac, PT, Natasha Allegri, Groggy Mog, Whiskerita, Blue Fairy, Blue Boy, Rusty Nail, Sunshine Cloud, Garibaldi, Power Play, Hassy Spike, Canopy, Wolf Bite Shot, Sober Chauffeur, Subtle Bitch, Air Drink, Netherworld, Tokyo Tea, Den Svenska Bjorn Stammen, Bionic Femme, Sickly Sky, Spicy Gentleman, Cure Royale, Wiener Juice, Michelada Drinking Game, get some wiener.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in there?
What's in that?
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
Tumbler with ice filled halfway with amaretto and the remainder with heavy cream.
Does that sound good?
Maybe something else.
Like what?
Open. Buzzer tastes like orange sour apple teeny. Butch Flower Whiskey, Bear's Winterini, Fluffy Dream, Ratty Master, Antarctic Harvest, Core Apple, Beer, just beer.
So many drinks these days. Remind me, what's in there?
Drinktionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
A local brewed beer. Nothing too sharp or bitter, just a nice crisp weedy beer, ice cold.
Does that sound good?
Maybe something else.
Like what?
TMF. Green tea. Green tea. Scotch drop and roll. Persian June. 7 minutes. Gut punch. Alright. Let's get a... There's no. Yeah, they don't have bad touch. Blue Fairy, let's get Blue Fairy.
So many drinks.
Drinktionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says.
4 Adelhyde, 1 Flannergride, and an optional Karmatrine. All aged in mix.
Does that sound good? Ah, all right, you got it. Coming right up.
Hey, it does look like a Blue Fairy.
Now, what is it you need to know?
Can you tell me more about yourself?
Oh, I should introduce myself. The name's Majid. I've been the bartender of Stardust for a few years now, but I've owned it a little longer than that. So, what do you want to know?
Not to be rude, but don't places like this come and go in a flash? But they say Stardust is forever.
That's true, and it was true about Stardust. The first 6 months were great, but after that, the interest dried up and the kids moved on to the next big thing. But I guess I'm just stubborn and kept throwing good money after bad. Ha! After 2 years in a remodel, things started to pick back up again. We slowly dug ourselves out of the debt hole.
Nice. Hello, imaginary cat.
We got some regulars around. They started bringing in enough new folks and it reached critical mass pretty quick.
Nice. What did you do before Stardust?
Mostly got myself into trouble. When I immigrated from Pakistan, I didn't have a whole lot of employable skills. But I'm real big, which was enough to get hired for some real dirty stuff. Bodyguard work.
Bodyguard work.
Truth be told, I hated the work. I didn't want to be a hired fist my whole life. I wanted something regular, peaceful. I had enough cash saved up to buy this place, which was a hole at the time. The rest is history. I'm sure it sounds more exciting than it was.
We're looking for Hayden Weber. Do you know him?
Hayden. Scientist guy. Does some kind of computer research at Parallax. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about, but I don't think he's around here tonight. Our place doesn't really seem like his scene, but I think he comes in to scout young programming talent. Go figure.
What do you mean he scouts young programming talent at the bar?
I can ask around, find out if anyone's seen him. I'll let you know.
I'm meeting a Tomcat. Do you know where they are?
I'm pretty sure Tomcat came in earlier, but I don't know where they went off to. I'd ask what you were meeting about, but I know they like to keep that kind of stuff quiet. Maybe try looking out on the dance floor. If they come around here, I'll tell them you're looking. Well, it was nice meeting you, but I gotta get back to work. I'll keep an eye out for Tomcat and send them your way if I see them. Good luck.
Alright.
Enjoy yourself. And don't be a stranger.
Nice. Alright, thank you. It's not even a spinny chair. It only looks like one. Would you want to sit in that? Let's listen to the chair. Oh! Hold on. I just realized something really smart about the user interface. Like, look at this. They want to keep the UI with like four options here. Because like it's up, down, left, right on a console, right? But it's look, touch, talk, and when the option comes up here, it's dug in the menu so they can keep the up, down, left, right thing. So, like, listen is contextual. Pretty cool. Cute. Is this Arknights? Rad dancer. They're really into dancing right now. That's a sweet pair of headphones. Ew, why did you bring that here? Hey, Terry, you wanna dance? Hey, what's up? Having a good time? How's the night treating you, buddy? Everybody in syncing. If you know anybody named Tomcat, nah, sorry, never heard of him. You should check the arcade. Dancer. They look really hype. Don't need those to be dancing. Let's dance. Ew, what's that smell? Your pic there is hella cute. Come dance with me, Jeremy. Thanks. Alright, let's dancing. Let's, but first, have you heard of anyone named Tomcat? Oh, Tomcat, yeah. I think I was dancing with that person a while ago. No idea where they are now. Try checking the bar. They got some wicked drinks, by the way. This person seems important, so we'll talk to them later. Megaphobiter. Only the most ghost shooting, goal blastingest fun you'll ever had on this side of the bay. You'll destroy much more than the ghost with that. Not a good idea. These headphones radiation could strew with the logic board inside the cabinet. Alright. Scan your ID to play Megaphobitor. Alright. Easy enough.
You died.
What do you mean I died? That was unfair.
Still though, not a terrible showing. For a human without implants.
Shut up, Turing. I forgot you existed. This spunk doesn't look too into what they're playing. Hands off the joystick, buzzer. That would be a terrible power-up. Hey, you don't have to play these. Hey, have you checked out Megaphobiter? I heard the machine was donated to Stardust recently, but they've been having problems since it got here. Hey, something doesn't seem right once you get to the boss, you know? Yeah. It's broken. There's the barrier between the arcade and the VIP section. Apparently being isolated from the bar, dance floor, and video games makes you important somehow. Alright, let's talk to you. Is her name Jess? I'm not sure. Touch. You got a death wish, Jeremy?
What? Why should I care about that?
You want some milk?
Is this supposed to be another cat joke?
Why are you afraid? I didn't even make a cat joke.
Yes. Can I help you?
Are you Tomcat?
Huh? Tomcat is... Oh, wait, I get it. You headed right up to the chick with the ears, because of course she'd be the one with the cat name.
No!
Unfreaking believable. Find them yourself, jerk.
Don't get your friend in a knot. I'm just asking around.
What the hell is your problem?
Man, she sounds really mad.
You want to spew that shit? Join the protests outside Genus. I'm sure those ass butts will love you. Now get lost.
So do all pussycat hybrids get this pissy? She's already annoying.
Wanna keep pushing me? You'll regret it fast. Don't make me have Majid throw you out of here. Piss off!
Are you sure you're a journalist?
Hi there. I heard you were looking for me.
Hey, are you Tomcat?
Yours truly, doll.
He's kind of cute.
Although, while I like the attention, it'd be just grand if you didn't holler for me so loudly. I do my share of flirting with both sides of the law. Wouldn't want little old me to get in trouble, huh?
Is that why that woman was hurt? Nah. Is that why the woman was giving me such a hard time?
Nah, you're fine. Jess is just a nice prickly pear on the outside.
Oh yeah, I was right. It's Jess.
She'd probably give hell to most strange folks she hasn't made a deal with. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
A friend of ours, Hayden, has gone missing. We found a note saying he was going to meet you.
Hayden's missing. Well, it's one way to sour my night.
One way to sour my night.
I already saw you got his little wrong with you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now.
Benefit of the doubt.
You know about me?
Yeah, I know about you.
Hayden never mentioned your involvement.
My involvement comes at a price.
Well, sure thing, hon. I helped reprogram the back end on your OS so the AI code Hayden wrote for you would work properly with the mesh network.
Mesh network.
I have a distressing lack of information on my own creation. Hayden never saw fit to inform me on what went into designing my programming. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Not much more on that end. I'm a crack shot at making the Lips OS dance to my tune, but Hayden's coding in your AI core is a whole different can of worms. Way out of my league.
It's weird hearing techno battle for a southern. Your AI core is blah 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 is way out of my league.
Sorry, doll.
Sorry, doll.
Anything else I can help with?
Seriously though, what is Jess's problem? Tell us about yourself.
Oh, sure. You may have even heard of me in the news way back when. About 10 years ago, I hacked into Parallax's main ROM servers.
Nice.
Ooh, caused one hell of a stink, if I do say so myself. People were arguing back and forth whether I was a kid genius or malicious criminal. Earned myself an enforced net blackout for a few years, but I think it was worth it for the prestige.
Net blackout. You're not allowed to use the net. I like her pants. What's the deal with the accent? Are you from the south? You can be an absolute malicious, not malicious, absolute insensitive fuckhead in this game.
Raleigh, North Carolina, doll.
What is Raleigh, North Carolina, doll?
Sure, it's not the glitziest town in the world, but folks like the way the sun goes down. Still, this ain't a bad town for a southern belle. Lots of clothes. I had to get a third walk-in closet.
Third walk-in closet? Southern Belle? So, wow. Why hacking Parallax?
Huh? To see if I could. I mean, Parallax is a mighty big target. Bigger than the government.
Bigger than the government? So which is it? Kid genius or malicious criminal?
I don't know. I didn't really do it to steal anything, but I had to break an awful lot of eggs to crack my way in. I chalk it up to the exuberance of youth, and now I try to stay on the straight and narrow.
I see.
Mostly. Sometimes. oh, am I kidding? Sometimes I treat this place like it's my own little bat cave.
Nice. Do you know Hayden?
Hayden and I met not long after the blackout expired, when he recruited me for my expertise in
I'm awful. Alright. You're recruiting me for our expertise in lips.
It puzzled me at the time, since he's very sharp himself. I mean, he could have done the job blindfolded and boozy.
I see.
I think he just wanted someone working on it off the books. He ain't the most straightforward kind of man.
He's gay? Well, it is Neo San Francisco. My computer runs Lips OS. Didn't know ROMs did too.
Whew, it's a powerful OS. And it's since been adapted to run on ROMs after they figured out how much more efficient it is.
I see.
It's focused on learning algorithms, so it can tailor itself to each user's habits. And it functions through using a distributed mesh network for non-essential public files.
This game is where I learned the word mesh network, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. You do realize you're the only one who understands all that gibberish, right? You can explain it like I'm a child.
That's just a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user hasn't tagged as private.
Tags private. What's a mesh network? Basically, it's like the Apple Mesh Network. See, all Apple products create a sort of interconnected web of interconnected web of computers. Well, no. The ecosystem's a little bit different. Basically, the way AirTags work is that as long as one iPhone or Apple product is connected to the AirTag, it can send that information on where the AirTag is. For example, this AirTag is on the bathroom, and then the nearest Apple product would be like someone's phone. It's not even your phone, it's someone's phone. It will transfer that information that, oh, it's in the bathroom. Then it will jump that information to the nearest connected one, then the nearest connected one, then the nearest connected one, nearest connected one, nearest connected one, until it reaches you. That's how AirTags work. That's why you can see them even if there's no internet. So, it's a fancy way of saying all ROMs connect to all other ROMs within range, and they share all files the user hasn't tagged as private. So, basically, all ROMs in this world is, basically, they share all their files. It's a more advanced version of that Apple AirTag. Didn't understood. Please repeat again with a southern accent. You should rebrand as a Southern Belle VTuber. I Yeah, they don't need the internet. It's a mesh net. Yeah.
It's handy in dense population areas like NeoSF since it can bypass regular telecom nodes to access the internet.
Oh yeah, as long as one of them is connected to the internet, then all of them are connected to the internet.
Out in the sticks, though, you're stuck connecting to regular old pipes. Yuck.
Regular old pipes. That's gross.
Mostly that little bot you got there. Well, I'm sure he had his fingers in lots of pies, but
Lots
Turing
of
is all I knew about.
Turing? His name is Turing, excuse you.
I don't rightly know.
Not rightly now.
I can't avoid the thought that Hayden's disappearance has something to do with me, based on his recent behavior.
Well,
Recent behavior.
Hayden was pretty
Oh.
hush-hush about his work on your creation, but if Parallax found out about something,
Parallax found out about it.
that might have changed things.
That might have changed things. Yeah, indeed.
It ain't always so good for a big company when their leading product declares independence.
That's true. Almost like Detroit Become Human. Reminds me of Connor and Marcus.
I'm certain Hayden had some kind of intellectual property clause written into his contract with them, but he would just get fired, maybe even sued.
Damn.
I can't imagine they would disappear him. I mean, they ain't the CIA or anything.
They ain't the CIA or anything. Okay, seriously though, what is Jess's problem?
Oh, don't you worry about Jess, none.
Don't you worry about Jess none.
She just don't have a lot of patience when talking to genotypical
Patience?
folks like us.
Genotypical folks like us. She hate them purebloods.
She's had to deal with an awful lot of pricks.
You mean natural?
Because, well,
I probably shouldn't judge her just yet. Cause she's a hybrid?
well, that ain't the most delicate way of putting it, but it makes things tough, you know? Nah, I'd leave her alone if I were you.
Nice.
Sharp enough on her own, but she's got friends in low places. Well, she does owe me a favor, or three, but I ain't sure I want to waste one on pulling your foot out of your own rear, you hear?
Pulling your own foot out of your own rear. Okay, how to find Hayden?
Yeah, I'm not real sure, hun.
Alright.
But it would likely help if we knew why he went missing in the first place. I'll stay here and ask around a bit. People
Alright.
know me, and they sure ain't gonna talk to a newbie like yourself.
Alright.
Why don't you hop back over to Hayden's place and grab the data cache out of his computer for me?
Oh.
We can go over his research notes and see if we can't find a reason for his being vanished. If Parallax is involved, there's probably something we're not seeing yet. Best to get all the clues we can find.
Alright.
The data cache would be the best place to start.
I'll come back when I have the data cache.
Good luck. Turing, you keep out of trouble.
Let's talk to Jess again.
I saw you found Tomcat. What else do you want from me?
Can't we just chill?
Not after all that. I will be chill once you leave.
How can I be friends with Jess? Want some milk?
You really put a lot of effort into mocking me, huh?
She ain't want no milk. I feel like if you were polite, we can get more dialogue here.
Why don't we do something else for now?
One step closer, and I'll have Majid kick you out.
There's nothing else to do.
kind of name is that?
What kind of name is Jeremy, boys? I got destroyed. You had to leave your drink behind.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo-SF Police Department as part of an ongoing investigation.
Oh.
I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
Oh. That's my friend's place. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry, citizen, but I cannot give comment on any currently ongoing investigations. If you would like to leave your contact information with me, I can forward your inquiry to the detective in charge, who will get in touch with you as soon as it is feasible. They may have questions for you. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, citizen.
Alright. Listen. I really need to get in there.
That will not be possible, citizen. The area must be preserved in pristine condition for the collection of evidence. Only authorized Neo-SFPD personnel may enter. I am required by law to inform you that I am set at level 2 guard mode, and
Whoa.
any effort to make unauthorized entry will be met with non-lethal force sufficient to incapacitate.
Jesus Christ.
I apologize, but I must ask you to move along.
It's making me feel weird. That's what I mean.
Loitering around an active investigation area is prohibited by city statute, and I am authorized to issue the citation of a fine to any persons found to be doing so.
We should go ahead and get moving. Oh, drat. I did not expect the police to get involved so quickly. The situation is already growing out of our control. I suppose we don't have to hide the fact of Hayden being missing anymore, but we do have to move faster. Do you have any ideas on how to get in there and grab that data cache?
Pretend to be a robot. Oh, finally! I do have a contact inside the Neo SFPD.
Who would that be? I found no such connection when I compiled your personal history.
Let's see. She's kind of new to this jurisdiction, but she'll talk to me.
Give me a moment. Oh, I see now. Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister.
Detective Lexi Rivers. She used to date your sister.
I must have missed that link in your history somehow. You have a very poor net presence.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I made a miskey, and I made a Threads account.
It makes anticipating your needs more difficult.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. All right. Thank you.
Well, setting aside your unreasonable distaste for technology, I agree with your suggestion. Her online profile suggests that she might be willing to work with us off the books, so to speak. A considerable
You can't roast me for going outside.
maintain the clandestine nature of this investigation for now. Let us go and find Miss Rivers to request assistance.
That would be Detective Rivers during.
Oh, right. Should I refresh my protocols for handling titles around Detective Rivers?
If you want to keep all your teeth, yeah.
I don't even have any teeth.
I don't even have any teeth.
I mean, done and done. We wouldn't want any social faux pas, would we? Now lead the way.
The Neo San Francisco police station for the Richmond district. It has all the charm of, well, any other old police department. Dense. This station has seen better days. The wall feels fragile. Maybe someone punched or kicked those dents. Punch or kick, it's all in the mind. Filling the holes and dents with spoiled milks will not fix them. Richmond is an actual district? I think so? Crime status screen. It's a map showing police activity in Neo San Francisco. The map has enough fingerprints. The screen doesn't have a speech recognition module. Police scanner begins to broadcast in your... Dispatch, we have a bunch of drunk and rowdy teens down by the railway at Dolores Park requesting additional units. The milk would just splatter and drip down the glass screen. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. The screen bloops, but it doesn't really do anything. This old-looking desk has a ton of paperwork. You technically already have a desk job. Nice. You want to ruin the one decent thing in this entire rundown station? It is! It is a rundown place. You can't get close enough to the computer, nor would you be granted access. An ED-64 police unit. Nice. Is this even legal?
Defacing police property is a very serious offense. Defacing a police ROM is even worse.
Oh. It knows who you are via facial scan. Maybe touching the front desk attendant isn't a good idea.
Welcome to the Neo San Francisco
that's scary.
Richmond District Police Station, citizen. How may I be of assistance today?
Hey, didn't I just see you over at my friend's apartment?
I believe you are mistaken, citizen. Perhaps you encountered another Parallax ED-64 law enforcement ROM.
In my limited experience, I have found that ROMs, much like humans, do not appreciate it when they are told they remind you of someone else.
I'm looking for Detective Lexi Rivers. Tell her it's Jeremy.
Please give me a few moments to get in contact with Detective Rivers.
All EDs.
Thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, Detective Rivers is out on assignment at the moment, but she has given me her authorization to send you her way. You can find her by the Carousel Building in Golden Gate Park.
Golden
but I
Gate
will caution
Park!
you to exert care. She is working an investigation right now, and we are not responsible for your safety should you approach. Is there anything else I can help you with?
My friend's apartment is being cordoned off. Can you tell me why?
I apologize, citizen, but I am not authorized to comment on ongoing investigations. I will pass your concerns on to the detective in charge. Is there anything else I can help you with? I am not authorized to comment on any ongoing investigations, but the protests outside Genus are a hot human interest topic. Perhaps you could look around there.
Protests around Genus. That would be fun to actually see.
Feel free to note the assistance of the Neo San Francisco Police Department in your article.
Nice. I will not be doing that.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you.
Have a good day, citizen.
Oh, look at that cute little ROM! This is a public park ROM. It roams this designated area to offer water and directions to tourists. It also takes donations. Oh yeah, I gotta save later.
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Sure, I'll take some water.
Sure thing. Please wait. Okay, here you go.
Water. Add it to items.
Water levels, okay. Would you care to donate some credits to the
Raw recycling for a Greater Earth Foundation.
No.
All right. Please have a nice day. Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water?
Sure, I'll take more.
You already seem to have a full glass of cool, refreshing water. I'll just wait here for you to finish it.
Some people see the glass half empty, some see the glass half full. Alfie sees yours as completely full.
Thank you. Thank you for that sharing. Do you want some water?
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. All right, please have...
Can I use the headphones? You can't sync to this ROM. You want some milk? Are you trying to poison the water supply? You really don't have to show his ID. It gives you for free.
Hello, I'm... All right, please...
Let's look at this. Looks like he's taking a picture of his ROM. This isn't a park ROM, it's mine. Hey, could you take a photo of me and my adorably precious ROM? Thanks. Cute headphones. Not as cute as my new ROM, though. What does that smell? Your photo doesn't compare to my new ROM. It's an Apollo Mark 7 model.
I don't think we have time to ride it, even though it looks fun.
Nice.
Originally built by the Herschel Spillman Company in 1914, this carousel is still one of the outstanding attractions near the children's playground.
I don't even know if that's real. A quiet voice reads information about the carousel's history. Sharply dressed woman.
Do you think I'd look nice in that hat?
What is this question, Turing? Wouldn't hurt to try. I'll take you shopping sometime.
I'd really love that. Maybe it would look better in orange, or a green, perhaps a mauve.
Cute. Having a lot of mixed feelings on this wearing a hat on a breezy day thing. Would you like some milk? Oh, headphones. I don't think headphones go well with my hat. A small snack stand. Coffee there is actually really great. They say milk is a great way to ruin coffee. They also say using spoiled milk is even worse. Who are they anyway? Doesn't matter, but they make better decisions than you do. So much to buy that you don't really need. Why spend credits on great yet expensive coffee when there's a park ROM giving out free water? You're right. Froyo stand owner. A very distraught owner of a very destroyed Froyo stand.
Wow, those headphones are pretty A1.
Pretty A1. Thank you, bro. Would you like...
Yogurt is actually made by fermenting milk with special yogurt cultures, which is then frozen to make froyo.
What about spoiled milk?
Can't you see I'm busy here?
A broken, beat-up Froyo stand. You read about it in the newspaper. You can't get Froyo today. It's destroyed. The Froyo stand wasn't activated by voice. No samples. Did you know that Froyo is not supposed to be made with spoiled milk? You got charged for a cup of Froyo. How come it works? The RFID payment system is still working despite the state of the stand. One of the NSFPD's finest ROMs on assignment in the park. Run, don't walk. To run, donut walk. New menu includes the Cronutburg and the Ridley Biscotti. Even the police feed has ads these days. That's Detective Lexi Rivers. You haven't seen her in some time. Touch Lexi. It's probably not a good idea to touch Lexi.
Hey there. Long time.
Hey.
Give me a few minutes to wrap this up, okay? I swear you wouldn't believe the amount of paperwork I have to file over a damn wrecked Froyo stand.
She's got a good voice.
By the way, how's your sister doing?
Oh, look at her. Look at her blush. How's your sister doing? That's cute. Don't rush on my account. She's fine. What's with the Froyo stand?
I don't know if you've heard, but we got some phantom robot on the loose that everyone is calling Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy?
Supposed to be a hero of the people or something, but I have no idea what smashing a Froyo stand has to do with it. I guess it's just a bunch of kids screwing around at night and getting a thrill out of some light vandalism. But the brass said to take it seriously, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have real cases I could be working on or actual criminals to be hunting down or anything. If I had known that this is all they would give me, I never would have transferred.
What's their problem with you?
Let's see. I'm too young for full detective. I'm too big of a hothead. I've got a history. I have augments. Take your pick.
Yeah, her voice is nice, ain't it?
I transferred because the credits were good. I thought being in a bigger city would mean I'd get to work some bigger cases. Instead, I'm stuck chasing ghosts and dead ends. So yeah, I have plenty of spare time to help you with whatever you got. It's gotta be better than dealing with this crap. Hold on one sec. Let me steal a break from this guy. So, fill me in. What's going on?
An old friend of mine, Hayden, has gone missing.
Oh shoot, that's no good. How long have they been gone? I'll have a hard time getting a focused effort on the case immediately unless there's evidence of foul play.
Unfortunately, Detective, things are precisely that serious. I am Hayden's personal ROM, and I was witness to the kidnapping.
I'd kiss her. Nice.
I can assure you Hayden was taken by force, and that time is of the essence. Just prior to the incident, he instructed me to seek help should anything bad happen. I now believe he has been expecting trouble of this magnitude. We need your help if we're going to track him down.
We need your help if we're gonna... How did that Dora line go?
Damn. Alright then, I'll do what I can to open up an investigation. I can't guarantee I'll be put on the case, conflict of interest and all, but I can sure keep tabs on things for you.
I was hoping we could keep this off the books.
Yes, Hayden is a senior researcher at Parallax, and I know he was working on some very high-profile projects for the company. It's quite likely that he was taken by somebody with enough money and influence to ensure anything official goes nowhere. You yourself have already cast doubt on your superior's judgment. Unfortunately, we share the sentiment. In fact, we know there is already some kind of currently ongoing investigation. We were stopped from entering Hayden's apartment by an NSFPD ROM. That's why we came to you.
Yeah, we came to bypass the law.
We were hoping you would be empathetic to our cause.
You know, you're a bit chattier than most ROMs.
Yeah. This guy's chatty, yeah.
It makes sense that Parallax employees get the shiniest new toys, huh? I'll see what's going on in the department. I don't know what I can do if someone inside actually is dirty, but I can pass information to you if I decide my superiors aren't taking things seriously.
Alright.
They wouldn't have left only one bot by the door if it was something important enough to squash. Hopefully it's unrelated. I'll get back to you on it soon. Just relax and we'll figure this out. Promise.
Nice. Could you just radio the guard room to let us in?
No way, not gonna happen.
Whoa.
If there's already an investigation, I'm not gonna let you just waltz in and tamper with evidence, cover up or not. At least give me a day to make sure they're doing the job right.
What happened, Lexi? You used to play by your own rules.
Don't you try to pull that guilt shit on me.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lexi.
I know you and I have gotten into a few scrapes in the past, but that vigilante stuff gets real old after a while. It's why I took this nice, stable job in the city. If I'd done it sooner, I'd still be with your sister.
Aww. You know I can handle myself, Lexi. You've been there.
Sure you can. All the way up until you don't. Just let it go. I lost too much playing fast and loose with this kind of situation back home. I have to handle this.
We'll have a better shot at this if we work at it from both ends.
No. I'm sorry, but we're not gonna do it that way. I know you think I'm just being paranoid, but the city is tense right now. With the protests and everything going on, you might be poking around in a hornet's nest. Let me do my job. I don't want you to get hurt. Get a weapon of some kind and stay safe. I still care about you.
Aw, thanks, Lexi. Alright, I hear you, Lexi.
You better. I don't have a stick up my ass about regs, but I'm not gonna send an untrained civilian into this alone, much less a friend.
Cute, Lexi. She's cute, guys. Don't you think Lexi's cute?
Now let's split up for a bit. I still gotta finish up this Froyo thing. I'll call you about the case later, alright?
Well, that didn't go how I'd hoped, but maybe it isn't a total loss. I have another idea on how to get us both inside the apartment.
You actually come up with a plan?
I'll need to get my hands on Detective Rivers' police identification badge.
Oh no, we're gonna betray Lexi? That's not good.
I can just detect its outline in the fabric of her jacket pocket. I'll need to be considerably closer to pull its near-field data.
NFC?
We can't risk being too obvious. I'm sure you can come up with some way for me to scan it. I have faith in you.
Sharon Art Studio.
This is the Sharon Art Studio, established in 1968. It is Neo SF's largest public art studio with classes and workshops for all ages.
Alright. We're gonna spill water on Lexi. Oh, we're gonna spill milk on Lexi!
Every single time I dare put a bit of faith in you. Huh. I didn't think anyone actually bought this brand.
Nice.
I know who you are.
Toppings everywhere. The humanity of it.
Break this robot.
Hello, I'm Alfie. Oh, you are.
Some people see the glass.
Items. What do we do? Oh, we break this. Push button on water pump. You deactivate the pump, stopping the water flow.
Eucalyptus globulus, the Tasmanian blue gum.
You know a lot about whatever you're starting to rant about. Please don't. Damn, we can be an absolute asshole in this game. You know a lot about. What do we pick? What do we pick? What do we do? What do we say to Turing? Do we stop him from ranting? I sort of don't want to hear that. Be nice.
It's one of my favorite trees. The clean lines of the leaves and mottled patterns of the bark are interesting. Quite fun to paint, and it's a rather useful tree too.
Kank and Connor Jr.? Yeah, pretty much.
The oil in its leaves can be used as a medical antiseptic or analgesic.
Analgesic?
Boiled into tea or used as flavoring in foods. Even used as a fragrance for soaps. Many of the trees in this park are excellent specimens of the species. It's one of the only topics I've permanently committed to my personal memory.
Aww, he likes trees. Your personal memory?
Ah, yes. I don't actually store most information on my local memory. It's actually rather limited, and I have to be a bit choosy about what I keep. So most of the information I utilize, I just pull off the mesh net when needed. It's like relearning things over and over again. I'm sure you would find it tedious, but I enjoy making sure my reference tables are up to date in my spare clock cycles. I mostly store things locally if they are of some critical importance to me, like information pertaining to personal memories or knowledge that would be helpful if I found myself disconnected from the net.
And eucalyptus trees make the cut?
Well, as I said, I keep things pertaining to my personal memory. It may seem insignificant, but without the information about Eucalyptus globulus, I'd lack critical details about my painting history and the local area, both of which I find important to my emotional development.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be a bit difficult to know what's important and what isn't, but I fear losing parts of myself.
Damn, that's deep.
So, Eucalyptus
too.
globulus stays.
You're cute.
Of course I'm cute. The basic ROM form factor is designed to place us firmly outside of the uncanny valley.
Of course I'm cute.
I can't imagine adoption rates for the technology would have been very high otherwise. Oh, I do. However, I originally started by painting landscapes. My interest in the arts began through Bob Ross's work, and he focused on landscapes.
Nice.
It wasn't until recently that I moved on to other forms of composition.
Bob Ross?
Yes, have you heard of him? During my initial stages of mental growth, Hayden limited my media access to mostly only educational programs. I had almost a century of public access television to review, and I stumbled upon Mr. Ross's
Mr. Ross.
show, The Joy of Painting. He used an easy-to-learn wet-on-wet oil painting technique, and I started to paint along with the episodes. I also find his philosophical views compelling. He often used anecdotal stories from his life to illustrate his opinions.
Nice.
I respect the man quite deeply. I've committed all 403 episodes of the series to my personal memory.
Aw. All 403 episodes. Thank you for the information, Turing.
Of course, enough about the happy little trees. You'll have to excuse me for chattering on like that. We'll have plenty of time to discuss things once we found Hayden.
What's up, Alfie?
Hello, I'm Alfie, I-83. How may I help you? Would you like some cool, refreshing water? Oh, you are...
Some Some people see the glass.
Oh, I already have some water. How do I throw away the water? Look, a glass of water. Drink water. Alfie,
Hello,
give me some more water.
I'm Alfie. Sure thing. I'll refill that right away. Please wait. Oh. Oh, this is embarrassing. I seem to have run out of cool, refreshing water.
Oh no.
Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. Water levels. Not okay. I'll be right back.
Oh no, it hit Lexi. Let's get Lexi, you okay? You should probably make sure Turing gets a look at Lexi's badge first.
Perfect. That's all I needed.
Okay, so now what?
Let me keep that under my.
Hey! What the hell are you doing with my ID?
Sorry, just scanning it, making a copy.
Oh, excuse me, Detective Rivers. I noticed it fell out of your pocket after that wayward ROM crashed into you, and I wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the shuffle.
Huh. Thanks. What hit me? You said it was a ROM?
Yes, it seemed to be following faulty programming of some kind. Perhaps it was the same one that damaged this vendor's cart?
Nice.
It headed off in that direction.
Guess I should check it out. Not like I have any other leads on this jackpot of a case. Hey you, Froyo guy? Tag along with me in case I need you to identify the bot.
Who, me? But
Froyo guy?
my stand.
I gotta attend my stand.
Cut the crap. It's not going anywhere, and the robot I posted will make sure nobody messes with the crime scene.
Got that crap.
Yes, ma'am.
And you two. Don't think I don't know you're up to something. Keep your noses clean. I'll be in touch.
As I was saying, let me keep it under my hat for now. I am more than just a walking search engine, you know. Dramatics aside, we should return to Hayden's apartment.
Yeah. Later we're gonna be betrayed. She's gonna be betrayed. It's gonna feel bad.
Halt, citizen. This area has been cordoned off by the Neo SF Police Department as part of ongoing investigations. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I am not authorized to allow anyone to enter this location.
This is Detective Lexi Rivers, badge number 881126. I will be entering the crime scene with my assistant to gather evidence. Please move out, but maintain the perimeter.
Of course, Detective Rivers. Good luck with your investigation.
So, are you impressed yet? Have I proven my usefulness?
Are you impressed yet? Yeah, you're impressive. You don't need to prove anything. Not bad. Not bad at all. Good job, good job. Skinwalker turn.
At times I feel my inexperience may be holding us back, but I will continue to do my best to assist you. I just wish Hayden had given me more practical training to deal with this kind of situation, or even just being out and about in general. It can be a bit overwhelming at times.
How did that work with just Lexi's voice? Can the police bot see us?
Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark B. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses.
Nice.
I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that. Let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat.
I see. Random door. That's not Hayden's apartment, but let's go inside anyway. Knock. My dog starts barking. Leave the neighbors alone. Alright, let's go to Aiden's door.
What?
Oh.
Oh no. No. Our apartment. My home. Who could have done this? Why?
These tags look like Human Revolution graffiti.
What does the Human Revolution want with Hayden? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, these items, they're all I have of Hayden.
Aww.
What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left.
Don't worry, Turing. We'll find him.
You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics.
Histrionics. Pure. Torn up plant. Why did they break the plant? Pure graffiti. Humanity has changed rapidly in the last century. Hybridization of the human genome and cybernetic augmentation has, in the Human Revolution's viewpoint, diluted the purity and the strength of species. A ROM piece has been embedded in the high-res screen. The view is marred by graffiti and splintered grass. Text scum.
I think you're right about this being Human Revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like Parallax because they think advanced technology in general is bad, but they spend most of their time going after hybrids and cyborgs. I'll run some deep meshnet searches and see if anything turns up.
So the Human Revolution is getting framed?
Wait, we can't leave empty-handed.
Alright, let's keep looking. Desk's been ransacked.
I think the data cache is gone. We've searched everywhere, and it just isn't here. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed, but this leaves us twisting in the wind. Perhaps they can point us in a new direction. The data cache is no longer our main objective, but it would be nice to know where it is and why it was taken. I wonder what the Human Revolution would need the data cache for anyway.
Maybe someone is framing the Human Revolution.
That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the Human Revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized.
Well, yes, that's the
Some of
meshnet
it
for you.
paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong?
Eh?
No!
This game does not autosave, so please be sure to save frequently. I haven't saved yet. Yeah, we should save. That's a good number 2 logo, though. Cute. Cute.
Goodness, you're finally awake. I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being
Nah, it's not a game over.
incapacitated or immobilized.
I've spent the last 30 minutes calculating the odds of you indefinitely incapacitated.
I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay.
Yeah, I am. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us.
Oh, look! He's got a power button on his head.
It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily.
It's always been there? Oh, yeah.
Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler.
Neuro-scrambler? That sounds... Why would they attack us and just leave?
If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense. I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for.
Maybe it was someone unrelated?
Possible, but a drastically improbable coincidence. The solution with the fewest assumptions is most likely to be correct. I think for now we should behave as if Hayden's kidnappers are closing in on us. No, I didn't.
Nice.
They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted.
You don't have 360 vision?
They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment.
It was Lexi.
My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again.
Nice.
Here are those headphones you reviewed.
Nice.
I noticed the article on your computer before. Good job getting published.
Nice, I got published.
Oh, and here's your spoiled milk.
Thanks, Turing.
Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie.
Yay!
It got broken.
Oh no!
All we have is this broken commemorative glass.
Broken glass. That's gonna be useful later. Maybe we should just throw the glass away.
You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself. Just let me know when you want to leave.
Oh, we threw it away.
Excuse me. Are you talking about Hayden Weber?
Eh? Medicomp, you seem to be doing okay. You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back down. How are things, Medicomp? All right, that's good to know, Medicomp. You scan your ID and a Medicomp bleeps. You'll be going milk jail. Turing already knows who you are.
I think I recognize that voice, but I can't be sure.
Good animations.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from behind that curtain.
I can hear you, though. Patient. He seems like he's your roommate.
Sorry for being a nosy Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar.
Nice.
Has anything happened to him?
Were you listening in our conversation?
I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof.
I thought you just said that it was hard to listen to us behind it.
However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. Of course, I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
System 1 Software.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance, I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
You said former CEO?
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire, dangerous, morally ambiguous fire, and well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers...
Oh, by Tomcat.
Needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course. Who wouldn't?
This seems like a villain's backstory. What the hell?
In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools
Green
into
flag.
System 1's LIPS operating system.
Oh, they made lips.
He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his.
A prototype?
It was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life.
Turing's older sister.
I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink.
Pastel pink.
Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Nice.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing here? How do you know her parts weren't used to make you Turing? Damn.
Diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak.
He made his own ROM.
It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs.
How do we know he's not gonna turn half robot or upload his mind into a robot body and then become the final villain or something like that?
It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery.
He seems unthreatening.
My appointment
Maybe.
has been pushed back.
He's getting the Viagra dose updated.
The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
Thanks. I'm sturdy.
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can.
He's Dr. Light, like Dr. Light from Mega Man. Yeah, he pretty much.
What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
Oh, there's the blue robot. There's Chad, the police officer, and there's Light. You're right.
The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to extract his computer's data cache,
Mega Man does take place in the year 20XX.
the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. And now we're here, injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable. What do I want?
What do you want?
It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike.
Fairlight wants to take over someone's body.
But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
Turing, are you sure we could trust him?
I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes? It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears. I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray painted on the walls?
You guys like him? All right.
I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
He's so obviously evil that he couldn't possibly be evil. How do you know this Brian Mulberry?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you.
You're involved with the human revolution?
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
Okay. We should get going, Turing. I don't trust him.
Of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be
He's like balanced in the way of technology and human. He's all right. Bad example. Caveman
Should
discovered.
I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Yeah, let's go. He's the neutral.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh man. Oh boy. Lexi, I'm sorry.
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Shut up, Turing.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you.
Her portrait's at a different angle. You're really in trouble now. Cute Roomba. Yeah, the Roomba's cute.
Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine.
Turing, now now's not the time to look all smug.
I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance. Beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax, my name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook.
Whoa.
This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely.
Thanks,
I doubt
Lexi.
anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in 2 places at once. But mostly because I think you're right.
Aw, Lexi.
Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor.
Wow.
The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case.
48 hours.
Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Alright.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats.
Welcome back.
When one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being
Good
missing.
morning, Cuatro.
Which means somebody definitely has some influence. Enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it.
What if, wait, there's a 4th doorknob.
I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't gonna happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
Aww. Thanks, Lexi.
And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
You keep talking about my sister, Lexi. Don't mother me. No. We gotta be nice to Lexi. I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be more careful. I promise.
Yeah, I know. Just here.
Zapper.
Take this. Use it if you have to.
Is this the same thing we got hit with?
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety.
A wireless taser.
This is a more suitable personal defense weapon.
In this
and
game,
it's
Chad has been
carried
replaced
in
by a
the
lesbian.
US without a license.
Yeah, Chad has been replaced by a lesbian. Legal to carry.
The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
I I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers.
Thank you, Lexi.
You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Mr. Decker? Really? You're gonna call it Decker? Cleaning ROM. Cute little cleaning ROM is scrubbing the floors. We'll save in a bit. You pat the tiny ROM on the head. It bleeps cheerfully. Decker is like a what do you call it? Blade Runner reference. This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. The cleaner ROM hesitates as it observes your ID card. It's only meant for scanning smudges on the floor. Aw. Milk. Which would be the cuter ROM to destroy? This thing or Alfie? All you can hear is an intense desire to clean and scrub endlessly. Rick Deckard.
Look, they have a Hassie machine.
If you want a Hassie, you have to pay using Lips Pay. Hassie. Pick up a Hassie Light and drink it. You feel recovered.
Very good. Isn't Hassie the best?
Isn't Hassie the best? Thank you, Turing. Hassie jingle. You won't get a free Hassie from zapping it. You're going to lose this zapper so fast. I'm waiting here for my husband. Mysterious man. A young man stands alone in a casual pose. Except that hair.
Your card's got all kinds of stats on there.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Well, that's quite a thing you've got there. I'm more fond of radio myself.
Not headphones? Don't zap him, he's barely moving.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed.
Nice.
The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Okay, he doesn't like the rich people. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, boss said you'd have a few for me. I'm not really supposed to answer anything.
Also, take care, Shio.
But take your best shot. Oh, mostly gopher work, to be honest. Started when I was just out of the military. I was looking for a gig from someone who wouldn't care that I was an army brat. North Korea made that hard.
North Korea?
The old man pays me to guard his life, run a few errands for him, and play substitute arm candy at most of the charity galas.
Arm candy?
Not terribly exciting, but I've already had enough excitement to last me another 30 years. You think sitting in that chair all day is very entertaining? You know, the old man's talked to me about the things he used to do in his glory days. I'm sure he told you about when he was the head of some big companies. He was cold, ambitious, and took down anyone with half a mind to get in his way.
Wow, scary.
I think once he aged, he realized how lonely that kind of life can be.
Okay.
Helping people's the only way he can feel like he's still doing something.
Hmm.
But hey, what do I know? I just spend all my time with him.
What's your story,
Probably
Decker?
not as exciting as you hope. I grew up in Montana on a family farm. I didn't have my pa's farm hands, so I joined the military as soon as I could, like my grandpaps. Came home looking to do something a whole lot quieter for the rest of my life. I didn't know at the time how boring quiet could be. But hey, I'll take it over getting shot at.
Thank you, Leon.
No problem. I'll be around if you know where to look. You have a good day now.
Let's check out. Stop, you aren't sterile. What does the Chinese say?
The sign here says Chinese hospital. Bear in mind that we're still in Neo-SF.
Nice.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting.
No,
While
we're
I am
good.
truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
Listen here, you bucket of bolts.
Does not compute.
Hey, rude!
Ahem. Which is to say, I am programmed to focus only on your well-being, regardless of any and all expletives that may be thrown at me.
Where does that phrase even come from? Bucket of bolts?
Bucket of...
I really don't think I have enough bolts in me to fill a bucket. Maybe a few at the joints, but most of my construction involves screws and plas weld.
Even Turing got offended. I should be nicer to the bots.
I must ask that you please return back to your room, patient. I will update your ROM when a doctor is en route.
Just give me the... I insist.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
Nice. We have healthcare. What was that middle part?
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again.
Nice. Thank you, Turing.
Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower at least. For such a clean place, it sure seems to have left you feeling foul.
Yeah. Physically, mentally, and journalistically refreshed.
You look good.
Thanks, you look good as well, Turing.
If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat and tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us at Stardust. Let's not keep them waiting. Oh, by the way, while you were showering, I was able to replant your Crassula ovata.
Oh.
Don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. When I try talking to it, it doesn't even notice I'm there. Either way, our next move is Stardust.
Thank you, Turing. I'll talk to my Crassula ovata. You're such a cute little plant, Wilty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
With more of that, we'll surely be on the way to lush greenery in no time.
This action will have consequences, probably. Save. Save game as done. T. That's such an old feature. Alright. That makes for 3 hours of gaming. Alright. Thank you very much for joining me on 2064 ROM. Mainly, really, I just wanted to show you how cute Turing is. Turing is really cute. I like Turing a lot. Did you know Turing's voice actress is the same as Clementine from The Walking Dead? Yeah. That's something that I realized a while back. No. Clementine from The Walking Dead. The girl. But yes. Spiel? Well. I'm a full-time VTuber. It's thanks to your support that I'm able to continue doing this full-time. So if you'd like to support, there is a join button right next to that subscribe button, which lets you become a member and support me in exchange for seeing more of my thoughts, seeing the rest of my day, and getting behind-the-scenes pictures and yes. I need to work on that new spiel. Konbanwa! Ishika-chan! 今、配信が終わりです。Thank you very much for coming. 来てくれてありがとうございます。Thank you very much. And Otsuteru